Look, you do not need a lot of followers and you do not need to run any paid ads in order to make a bunch of money online selling digital products. Now listen, I've made over 7 figures online in my business with just one digital product doing a little over 900K, and there is a lot of BS information out there. I'm here to set the record straight. Now, it's only going to take me about 5 minutes to break this down, so if you don't have 5 minutes to spare, then by all means, go try to get famous for no reason and throw a bunch of money down the drain trying to run paid ads. Go have fun with that whimsical journey. But look, first of all, you need to get the idea that you have to have a lot of followers or a lot of subscribers or this huge, massive audience in order to make great money online. It is an absolute lie. It's false. It is not true at all. And just think, a lot of these people, like I have a lot of people in my messages and in my emails and in my DMs that have hundreds of thousands of followers, hundreds of thousands of subscribers. I'm talking 200,000 YouTube subscribers, 500,000 Instagram followers. There's somebody that I know that has 230,000 YouTube subscribers. And they're like, they can't make like $500. And there was this one creator some years ago. She had over 2 million followers, 2.6 million followers to be exact. She could not sell 36 t-shirts. So get the idea out of your head that a large audience or a large follower count equates to income, because it does not. Value equates to income. A lot of these people with large followings, they're just popular, but they're not adding any value to the marketplace that anybody would be willing to exchange their dollars for. Now, look, it all starts here. You need to read this article called 1,000 True Fans. It's by a guy by the name of Kevin Kelly, right? And I want you to read this because it changed my life. I'm not sure if his name has a EY or if it's just Kelly, right? But Kevin Kelly, he wrote this article that absolutely changed my life and my whole perspective on how I viewed everything. And it's called 1,000 True Fans. Now, I first read this in a book, but this is just a few page article that he wrote, and it's available for free. Just Google it. But in this concept of 1,000 true fans, Kevin Kelly says if you just have your 1,000 true fans and you get them to pay you $100 per year, you have your 100K business, right? And think about that. In today's day and age, that is very, very attainable. And I'm very cautious on what I say is easy and simple. I say a lot of stuff is simple, but people think when I say stuff is simple, they think that I'm saying that it's easy when they have two totally separate definitions. But this is very attainable and pretty easy to do. Just think about it. We have the power of the internet. Now, with this concept of 1,000 true fans, I just moved the numbers around once I digested it and I understood it, because what your actual goals are and what your products are priced at, you can move around the numbers if you choose to. So for example, one of the guys whose #1 YouTube channel that I watch, when I came across him, he had about 5,000 or 6,000 subscribers. From that 5,000 to 6,000 subscriber YouTube page, very small channel, he had built a $30,000 per month business because he had a product available where he got 300 people to pay him $100 a month. That equals his $30,000 per month business, right? So just think about this. This concept of this 1,000 true fans, we can move the numbers around to fit what our actual goals are, what your actual individual goal is. That's why we need to set actual targets on our goals and put an actual number to it instead of just moving around out here aimlessly, so we know what it is that we're actually shooting for, so we can start to strategize and work in reverse to make it happen, right? But then there's this other book that I'm currently reading right now. It's actually behind me right now. It's called Oversubscribed by Daniel Priestley. In this book, Daniel Priestley, he has a concept that's called famous to a few. He calls it famous to a few, right? Famous to a few. And in this book, this concept, he's saying if you can become famous to a few, and what his definition of famous is not that you're famous like Taylor Swift or Beyonce, right? It's that if you can become recognizable to 3,000 to 5,000 people to the point where they would be happy, they would feel good about meeting you in person, right? And we build those connections through our content in today's day and age, right? We can build that connection through our content. We can build that connection through our social media. We can build that connection with people through our platforms, right? But he says if you can become quote unquote famous, which is just recognizable to whereas if somebody were to see you or meet you in person, they will be pleased about that because they're already familiar with you, to 3,000 to 5,000 people. All right, so I said, okay, well, what if I can get my 1,000 true fans out of that 3,000 to 5,000 people that I'm famous to a few with, right? And again, with this concept, you can move the numbers around. It may not be the same for you. Remember, this guy here, when I first came across his YouTube channel, he had 5,000 or 6,000 subscribers. Right now, I think he might have 10,000, still a small channel. But at the time, he had built a $30,000 per month business because his number that he needed was 300. So this number for him, this famous to a few for him might have been, if I can get famous to a few from 800 to 1,200 people, and then I can get my 300 true fans out of that 800 to 1,200 people that I become quote unquote famous to, that I become recognizable to the point where if they were to see me in person or meet me in person, they would be pleased and delighted about that because they're familiar with me because of the value that I've already added to them, right? So just take out this whole concept of you have to be famous or you have to have 100,000 followers or 100,000 subscribers or 1,000,000 followers or 1,000,000 subscribers. Remember this, and y'all can look this up if you don't believe me. There was somebody, I believe it was around 2020-ish, 2021-ish. She had 2.6 million followers and could not sell 36 t-shirts. She was starting a clothing brand. The supplier for her clothing brand, she had to deal with them to whereas she had to sell 36 items of her product in order to continue the partnership or whatnot. She couldn't sell 36, had 2.6 million followers. Follower count, dollar account, it doesn't matter. We want the dollars are greater than the follow, right? Plus, outside of this, once you understand this concept, that you don't really need that big of an audience, you just need a very honed in, targeted audience. We need to be snipers, right? We need to be sitting here with our sniper rifle, and we just need to be sniping. Instead of what most people are doing is they're shooting buckshots, and they're spraying wide versus sniping, right? We need to be a sniper with our audience. Now, once we understand this concept here, then we can implement this, and we implement what I call search and rescue. And when I say search and rescue, I'm not talking about a Drake song. I don't know if you're familiar. Drake has a song called Search and Rescue. Come and rescue me. Take me out the club. Take me out of something. Take me off some love. Take me. It's a little bop. But I mean search and rescue more like a tactical team. Right? And this is how we start to make the money once we understand that we only need a small audience in order to find success, in order to hit our actual goals, right? But with this search and rescue, what are we going to rescue? We're going to rescue what's called an avatar. Our avatar is our customer profile, right? One customer profile where most people fail at building a business or selling anything, period, is that they're trying to sell to everybody. They don't know who it is that they're actually selling to. But with our avatar profile, we go very, very, very deep on building one customer profile. Customer, one person, because if you solve that one person's problem, there's going to be other people in the marketplace or other people within that niche that have that same problem. One avatar, you solve the problem for one avatar, and you have one digital product and one source of traffic, you can scale that to a high 6 and 7 figure level, right? Plus, as entrepreneurs, we're only in the problem solving business, period. Anytime we exchange money with somebody, that product that we're buying, that service that we're purchasing, it fits as a problem for us. That's why we have to hone in on an avatar, not a niche. You can have a niche, but you want to have an avatar within that niche. What is their name? What do they look like? How much do they make for income? How do they make their income? What type of music do they listen to? What type of movies do they watch? So when you make your content, you can do certain references and you know that they'll be familiar with the references, right? How do they feel about themselves? How do they talk to themselves? This is important because you need to know every single thing about this avatar profile, right? And what I do, not saying that you have to do this, but my avatar is just my former self. That's it. I chose to help my past self. So it's easy for me to make this content because I'm just making the content because I knew that me a couple years ago or a few years ago would have needed to watch this video that you're watching right now. You and me have a lot in common because you are me, because I'm making this for my past self, and you're who I used to be. Because I used to believe all this bullshit. Because I got blinded and got confused about all these numbers and stuff. So I actually start doing it, and I get in the game, I start meeting people. I'm like, dang, all the people really out here making real moves? They don't have the biggest followings. But everybody that I do know that has the biggest followings, they're not doing as well as this guy over here that has 6,000 followers, but turned that into $100,000 per month business. But we're going to search and rescue our avatar, but we have to be able to effectively communicate what it is that we do to our avatar, right? Most people, they can't just tell you in one sentence what it is that they do. Or if you ask somebody what it is that they do, or how do you help people, or how can you help me, they give you some convoluted, very, very confusing answer, or you're more confused after they tell you what they do than you were before. Oh, I do a little bit of this, or I do that, so, I do this, and that. You'd be like, what? So what I came up with is this what you do equation. And the what you do equation is I help X do Y by Z, right? The X is the who, the Y is the what, and the Z is the how. I help X do Y by Z. This X is going to be our avatar, but what is the solution to their problem that we have? And how are we going to accomplish this for them, right? When I do, it's through my products that I deliver through them digitally, right? But bigger than this, people buy our products, and people will buy your product from them. Our avatar will purchase them because they're looking for a transformation. People don't want to buy digital products just for the sake of having them or just for the sake of information. We're in the information age. You can Google, you can YouTube, so much stuff. Your product, it can't be just informational, but informational products are the best-selling product. That's why you need to productize your knowledge and put it into a product so you can go from a one-to-one model to a one-to-many model. Money is an infinite resource. Our time is a limited resource. So we cannot have our time attached to the money that we're making. That's why most people can't make the amount of income that they actually want to make, because they're limited by their time. Whereas if we productize our knowledge that's already within us, make a digital product, then the time doesn't doesn't go with how many that we can sell. We can sell however many that we want in a time if we just have a system in place. And system, SYSTEM. System stands for saving yourself time, energy, and money, right? So I help X do Y by Z. That's the what you do equation, but how we turn this into a transformational statement is this: so that they can blank. I help X do Y by Z so that they can blank. And this here is the transformation statement. This is the transformation that our avatars want. And we need to be able to deliver this to them, right? And why I call this search and rescue is because it's not that we're searching for our avatar. That's where most people are completely messing up. And that's why majority of people cannot grow and scale businesses to the level that they want, because they're going and they're looking for customers. They're going and they're looking for people to sell to. They're going around and they're looking for people to buy their stuff. They're searching for customers. But no, search and rescue is not us searching and rescuing. Searching and rescuing is our avatar searching for us. And then we rescue them. It's not us going around and searching and looking for people, saying, hey, get on the truck. Hey, get on the ship. I'm saving you. No, they already need to be saved. They already have pain points. They already have their problem that they are searching for the solution for every single day. They're looking for us. I'm here to tell you there are hundreds, if not thousands, if not tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people that would love to buy what you have to offer. The problem is they don't know that you exist. So how do we let our avatar know that we exist while they're already in search of us because we have the solution to their problems? Is what we do. We need to create this flywheel with our content. This is why you don't need paid ads. Because look, if everything starts with our avatar, we already know the problems that they have. So then we create the content communicating to them that we have the solution that will fix their problem. Now, once we start making targeted content to our avatar, and we know that we don't need that many people to watch our content. So like I said, we can turn into snipers and really make targeted content instead of trying to make broad content and get all these views to get all these subscribers just for vanity metrics. Then the algorithms start to categorize our channels and our pages because it knows who it is that we're speaking to. Why most people can't grow on any of these platforms is because they're confusing the algorithms, and the algorithms don't know who it is that they're speaking to, so they don't know who to place the content in front of. That's why everybody be like, oh, the algorithm, I can't get any views. Oh, I can't get any followers. I don't get any engagement. Because they're not making their content for any particular person. Therefore, the algorithm doesn't know what type of person to put the content in front of. So then once it categorizes us with our content directed for our avatar, then it puts us in its different traffic sources, so we start to pop up for people. Then they consume our content, then guess what? It sees that these people are watching our content, then it just starts to place it in front of more of these type of people. This is why you don't need any ads, right? And if you don't have a good organic strategy already, like if your content is not working off of your organic content, or if you're not getting sales with your organic content, why would you think ads are gonna work? That's something that's just mind-boggling to me. People think that running ads is just the cure, the end all be all to, oh, I'm gonna just run some ads and I'm gonna make some money. How many ads do you see every single day that you just skip? You be spending money on all them ads? No, or if you do, you spend some money on the ad from the person that you're already familiar with because you found them through some organic content already. If you ever think about running ads, you need to look at ads as gasoline. You need to already have a fire burning and then throw the gasoline on it to make the fire bigger. People want to just have nothing going and just pour gasoline just on the wood and just have wet, soggy wood. It don't make no sense. But once we have our content system, remember, we need to systematize everything. Remember, saving yourself time, energy, and money. That's what a system is. And this is what your organic content system can be. We also have a system in place to sell our products, or anytime you think of sale, you need to think offering, right? Because we already know that our avatar has this problem. All that we are doing is simply offering them the solution to their already existing problem. So now that we have that, everything starts with our digital product here at the top. Then we make our offer to that avatar. We're here. This is where we'll make the money. Then that avatar gets their transformation because you make a good digital product. You already know their problems. You have the solution. They're going to purchase that product, consume that product, applying the information that you're giving, get their transformation. Then they turn into an evangelist for you. If you don't know what an evangelist is, just think of ambassador, right? It's just human nature. When we get something good, whether it be a product or a service, by our nature, it's human nature. We go and we tell other people about it. So once these people start to get the transformation from your products, they're naturally going to go tell other people about it. Guy that cuts my grass, I told my neighbors about it. He now cuts like 3 or 4 other houses on my street just because I was happy with his service and I told my neighbors about it. When you find a mechanic that doesn't do you dirty and gives you great service on repairing your car, do you not go and tell friends about the good service that you had? If you don't have a good experience at a restaurant, you don't tell your friends about that. It's just nature. So then they turn into evangelists or quote unquote ambassadors for you because they had such a great experience because you fixed the problem. Then more people come. Then it just turns into this flywheel effect. Same way with the content, how we get these people to see us, and then this is how we get the people to purchase. That's how you have numbers like all of them have coming in their business. So look, if you're ready to make more while working less with a digital product, go ahead and click the link down in the description and join this Credit at the Top community for weekly coaching from myself, all of my exclusive trainers, plus a private community of entrepreneurs, all designed to grow your business online. It's only $47 a month to join right now. That's less than a cup of coffee per day. So go ahead and click the link down in the description to tap in, and I'll see you on our coaching call this Wednesday. But just get that idea of these huge esoteric numbers out of your head. Like, yeah, it may happen. You may get a lot of followers. You may get a lot of subscribers. You may get that quote unquote fame or whatever it is that people want everybody to know who they are for Lord knows why. But if you just think business under that, you can get a lot of stuff done with way less. Because I'm telling you here for a fact, if you go on social media, it's not those people with all the followers that are making the most money. Trust me, they in my messages like crazy. If you're on YouTube, it's not all the people with the most amount of subscribers that's making the money. Like I said in the beginning of the video, this guy here, his niche, he's in the crypto niche or whatever, DeFi. That's not my world. I was just studying him from afar because I was liking the business stuff that he was doing, right? But he had a YouTube channel, which is now at 10,000 subscribers, but at the time, like 5,000 or 6,000 subscribers. From that only small channel with 5,000 or 6,000 subscribers, $30,000 per month business. That's a what, $360,000 a year business? He got to that point of $30,000 per month in like 6 or 7 months, from starting the channel from scratch with having 0 subscribers. Within 6 or 7 months, he was making $30,000 per month. All right, now I think he's built it to like $100,000 per month business, but still, small audience. Remember, dollars over followers. And like I said, there was that one chick, she had 2.6 million. Why is this M doing this? Million followers. Couldn't sell 36 shirts. It's not a follower thing. It's a value thing. And it's a search and rescue thing. But we don't need to be searching for customers. We need to build out this avatar profile, know what it is that people are actually needing, make that stuff that they need, and then create that content so we attract them, because they're looking for us every single day. They just don't know that you exist. All right, so go ahead, click the link down in the description and tap into the community. And I'll see you on our coaching call this Wednesday. Go ahead and check out this video right here for a complete step-by-step process on how I made a little over $200,000 in a single month. It's credited at the top.